It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Tuesday, November 6, 2018. It is 7 a.m. It is Election Day.
Hey,
and the last day for political ads.
How did you know that today was Election Day when she just told us it was today at Christian Academy?
How did I know?
How did you know it was Election Day?
How did I know? I kind of keep track of these things.
I mean, we're going to talk about this here in a little bit.
The governor, the attorney general have been sitting right here. I mean, yeah, we kind of know that they're up for re-election.
Oh, you're talking about that election. I was talking about the Christian Academy elections.
We'll talk about that.
That was important to me.
Yeah. Election Day at Christian Academy, too. Anyway, welcome Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis. And we got some nice weather in store today.
We do, which I think we've got some cooler weather coming in, it looks like. We'll talk about that later in the forecast, but it looks like we're going to...
In fact, I pulled it up and thought,
tonight, really? One night was 20-something degrees coming up.
Oh.
I'm not excited for that.
No, yeah. This is about as cool as I want it.
Yeah.
I would like it hotter.
Yeah.
Hotter? You like the heat?
Yeah. I don't like cold at all.
There you go.
Do you like going out playing in the snow at all?
Nope.
Well, that answers that.
2 people agree on that one.
All righty then.
I don't like scraping it off the windshield either.
She's not looking forward to a snow day.
Hey, we're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home. You got Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. Then you have 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness. And, of course, you got Balmer Boulevard, and it's 7:02, so they're going to start getting busy on Balmer Boulevard. So run by one of the 3 locations. Enjoy Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking.
You come by here and try Dale's Extra Strength.
10W30 today.
10W30 today,
yeah. It goes out smooth.
It's smooth.
Did you try some, Mick? Yeah, how's it taste?
Half and half, it does pretty good.
He diluted his.
We had
we
had a kid in here yesterday doing the morning prayer, and we asked him if he likes coffee. Do you drink coffee? He goes, I drink the creamer.
He told us that. I was like,
he drinks the creamer.
I thought he was crazy.
No, I think he was serious.
If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Thanks to Mike and his staff for sponsoring Down on the Corner for many, many years, and we enjoy his coffee. And coming down studio, we're at 1226 Commerce Drive. Have a cup of coffee with us. We're getting set up now. It looks like the Lions Club auction's getting set up here.
Yeah, I think that'll be next week.
That'll be coming up. Yep. And so, anyway, and the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect when the need arises. Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, the utmost in professionalism, dignity, respect, and folks that just bend over backwards to help in that time of need. Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. This morning, another student from the Mountain Home Christian Academy is going to be bringing our prayer. This morning, Bailey is here.
Bailey!
Hi.
And she's going to be bringing our prayer. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Dear Lord, I bring this prayer to you and for you to help anybody that is in need that does not know you, Lord. I pray that anybody that is needing your help or recovering from any surgeries, illness, or anything like that, Lord, I hope that you guide them and heal them, Lord. I hope everybody finds you, Lord. Amen.
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 Morning prayer by Bailey, Mountain Home Christian Academy.
They are doing an amazing job
These
this
are
year.
some amazing students, let me tell you.
This is impressive. They have done an outstanding job so
Mountain Home
far.
Christian Academy takes no government money, teaches no Common Core. If you'd like to support them financially, call them today at 424-6622. Kids are getting a fine education. How's school going?
They have a fundraiser pie supper coming up pretty soon.
The November 15th pie, it's the chili cook-off and pie auction. How many pies you going to buy this time?
As many as they let me. Last year they didn't let me.
You got out of there for less than $300.
I might have got one. Yeah.
Well, here's the deal.
I ate lots of chili.
Chris Nassari's the auctioneer down there, and I went up to him last year and I said, "Now my nose has been itching. That's $1,000 right there." I said on my hand. You got if you've not been at the pie auction and the chili cook-off is so much fun. It's November 15th at 6 o'clock.
We talk about it
And
at
it's
our
gonna
school.
be fun. It's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
What else do you talk about at your school? What else you got going on?
What about that
School.
election?
Yeah, tell us about your election.
Okay.
Now, yeah, we wanna hear about it.
Anybody from the 6th grade and up, we can all run for captain or co-captain of our house, and they assigned houses to everybody. And I decided to go up for co-captain because I feel like I would do good. So when we go up there, we have to give a speech, and then today people are going to vote for who they think in their house should be co-captain and captain.
There you go.
You know what? You know, you've got.
I see her as governor in about 35,
Well, and
40
then we're gonna try something out because you've got to do your speech today, right?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna try something out. All right.
Okay.
So see this camera right here.
Yes.
I want you to look at that camera and make your plead for your case to be co-captain. Tell the people why they should vote for you.
You should vote for me because I feel I have had many years of experience for my whole life, I've been the oldest of all of my siblings, and many other ways, forms, and fashions, I have had the leader position in everything I've ever done. And I feel because of that and through those years, I have gained a lot of experience, and I really do want to be co-captain.
Wow.
There you go. I'm sold.
We want to introduce her to Elizabeth Rutledge. There you go. We have a future attorney general sitting right there.
Say
Future something, I can tell you that.
you just played it to the world.
There
your
you go.
case
Thank
here,
you. The only thing I want to be is a choreographer when I grow up. So
There you go.
Choreographer. All right.
That may be
all
the
right.
best campaign speech I've heard all
Yeah, I tell you.
the last 3 or 4 months.
You know, the most impressive thing is there wasn't one negative thing that
That's
came out of
correct.
her mouth. So, great job on
Great
your
leadership.
speech.
There you go.
Yes, great
Tell
job
her
on your
experience and what she's going to do for us.
There you go. There
That's
you go.
good.
All
That
right.
is awesome.
Weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home. The special today, Scooter.
We have got 2 pancakes, 2 sausages, 2 bacon for $5.88 for breakfast, and for lunch, homemade meatloaf. Yeah, we get a line. We get a line for that. So we
I
got-
love food. I want food.
you love food.
Old Time Restaurant.
Can
Let
I
me
have-
tell you, I went down for the special yesterday.
Hey, you want to go catch me that food?
She's sending Mom for the food. They're open, Mom. By the way, they are open. So we are open. So,
Old
but
Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home.
have you ever eaten there yet?
Nope.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
For me, it's not today yet. I haven't been there yet.
Not
you
yet.
know. Yeah,
Not yet.
Yeah.
I will definitely go.
There you go.
They sound like they have food.
On the
so.
east side of the square in Mountain Home, Old Time Restaurant. They bring the morning weather each and every day. This morning we have got 44 degrees in Mountain Home. It's 48 at Harrison and Hardy, 43 at Mountain View, 44 at Nielville, 43 at Marshall and Calico Rock along the White River. It's 44 degrees there. A little bit warmer in St. Louis. It's 48 there, 48 at Poplar Bluff. In southwest Missouri, it's 45 degrees at Branson. South central Missouri, 43 degrees in West Plains. And Watford City, North Dakota is living up to where it's at. 18.
They can have it.
18 degrees.
No, I don't
No,
want any part of that.
No.
I like cold weather, but that's
That's too cold for me. On the radar, all the shower activity has moved to the east. You can see it from central Louisiana all the way up into Pennsylvania and New York, moving up into Canada. Showers stretch from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, parts of Georgia, parts of South Carolina, North Carolina, East Tennessee, going on up into the Virginias. Wow. And it tees off to the west across I can't even think, towards Lake Michigan and up into Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin and Iowa. Nothing right now in Arkansas, kind of a little wisp across here. But check that Little Rock stop real quick and see if anything's picking up. Well, it's showing some, so look at that. Huh.
Yep, proves you wrong.
Boy. Let me go back. Was it even on that national? Can you even see it on that national page? Yeah, a little bit showing up there,
Yeah,
along,
it's
just
there.
west of the Mississippi River there.
It's
go back.
there.
Yeah. Well, we got shower activity along I-40 east towards Memphis and towards Jonesboro. That'd be Highway 49, I believe, going up to Jonesboro off of I-40. Southeast Arkansas getting some shower activity right now, affecting I-30 from Texarkana to Hot Springs to Little Rock, I-40 east, Little Rock to Memphis. A little bit on I-40 west towards Russellville, but once you get to Fort Smith and I-49 to Fayetteville, looks pretty good. 62 412 east-west is in good shape. I'm going to say a little bit of shower activity, Little Rock to Branson on Highway 65. Little bit of activity going on 167 67 from Little Rock to Batesville, Poplar Bluff. And so, boy, that's a surprise after looking at that national radar. Checking the St. Louis stop, it looks like I-70 going from Columbia to St. Louis in good shape. I-70 east out of St. Louis, Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois looks good. I-44 Rolla, St. Louis in good shape. I-55 coming in from Sikeston to St. Louis in good shape. Interstate 64 east from East St. Louis, Illinois east. I'm getting a little bit of stuff downtown here going towards Mount Vernon, but other than that, not too bad at all. Southwest Missouri should be clear, should be Joplin. Why is it not picking up on that national radar? Then you get this, and we're showing Chuck, and we got sunlight here. Look at it, they're just right there north of Baxter County across state line. You see it?
Yep.
I'm going to refresh that. And just see. Anyway, they're showing some shower activity between here and Springfield to the northwest on I-44. So Joplin, Springfield is showing a little bit of shower activity there, but it wasn't showing up on the national map. So anyway, it should be a nice day throughout the Twin Lakes area. Forecast for today. Today, high of 63 with lots of sunshine. Tonight, a 50% chance of showers. Then tomorrow, high of 57 with sunlight. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, low of 38. Then Thursday, a 30% chance of showers with a high of 48. Thursday night, 50% chance of showers with a low of 34. Time to hibernate. I'm like an old bear. I just want to hibernate, you know. Friday, high of 47, mostly sunshine. Friday night, clear, low of 25 degrees.
Told you it was coming.
Saturday, high of 47 with sunlight. Wow.
Bailey's favorite weather.
I will wear like 7 jackets, 7 winter coats.
No, you don't like it any more than I do,
pairs of long sleeve shirts.
You really don't like the cold.
I honestly hate the cold.
Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Open 7 to 2, Monday through Friday, till 11 o'clock on Saturday. Best breakfast, best lunch in town, so stop by Old Time Restaurant.
There you go. Don't forget
Affordable
the
housing
homemade
brings
pies.
you the community calendar. I got 2 things on here right now. Mickey, what you know what's going on? Anything around town?
Around town, there's elections.
Yeah, got elections today.
Is there?
We didn't know that.
Yeah.
November 15th, 6 o'clock at Mount Christian Academy, the pie auction and chili supper takes place. It's a lot of fun. And so be sure to stop by there.
There's all kinds, and I'm sure you got on your schedule veterans programs coming this week too.
Right. I think the 8th is the one at the school. Mm-hmm. And then are they doing it downtown? I think they moved it to 1 o'clock on
1
Sunday.
o'clock Sunday downtown.
Yeah.
Sponsored and hosted by the Confederate Veterans Group. Then at 5 or 5:30 at the VFW in Cotter, they're having another one, veterans meeting and appreciation there. And there's others going on around. Just look out because it is Veterans Day next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Coming up this Saturday, the 10th of November, will be Kindness Incorporated's 3rd annual Golden Gala. This is their main sponsorship for the year. The gala sponsor for $2,500. You can go all the way to the table decorations for $150. Call Debbie Womack at 425-6475 for that activity. There's those napkins I was looking for right there.
There they are, underneath your pile of stuff.
Soul
That's why
Sneakers
you clean your
basket.
desk.
Do what?
That's
Why
why
you clean your desk.
Why do I clean? Well, I spilled my.
No, I said that's why
Oh,
you
yeah.
clean your
you
desk.
know where your napkins were.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Soul Sneakers basketball registrations ongoing at First Baptist Church. Register www.firstbaptistmountainhome.com. If you need information before you register, call 425-5421. Talk to Julie. Games start about the 3rd Saturday in January, and it's going to be a lot of fun. $25 for basketball and $35 for cheerleading. And 'tis the season again. Another season of Soul Sneakers basketball.
All right.
Let's see, Bob sent me something. Let's see what we got going
Anything
on
that
here.
you know that's going on in town
Hang on.
besides your elections today and the
Okay, this fundraiser that Bob's got here. Do you know more about it? The fundraiser, the pizza thing for.
Yeah, go ahead though. It's on there. Yeah, it's really cool, and it's to help raise money for the OFA. They're looking at needing to change up some equipment and update some things, but basically it's $10 for this Domino pizza card, and it's close to a year it's good for, and for every large pizza you order, you get a second large pizza for free.
Okay, so it's a
And you can get it
well-
as many as you want. If you had a group of people and you went out and bought 5 large pizzas, you get 5 more large for free.
Hey, Grandma. Okay, so we have to go get this because I love food. You know that, okay? Okay.
Grandma, we
pizza
need a
too,
pizza
don't
card,
We need
Grandma.
a pizza card.
Yeah, we need.
So where do we
pizza
get these cards, Scooter?
You can get them from any of the football players or any of the board members,
OFA.
as well as, OFA, I'm sorry.
You got 'em
OFA.
at the restaurant, too, though.
And we got them at the restaurant. You can come by the restaurant, and you sign up for it, and on the 15th, we turn everything in, and they send us all the cards, and then we distribute the cards. So you can go by Old Time Restaurant on the Square and sign up for a card. It's really cool. You get one pizza, and it's paid for. I mean, it's a great deal.
There you go.
And
Now
you
you
get to
give me
use
one.
it. Get to use it.
That's good.
They got a cutoff date, but it's almost like a year's worth that
That'll
you
be
can
worth
use
it.
the card.
I'll get
It's
one.
real worth it. And for somebody that really likes food.
Yeah.
And pizza. Get them up on 7:16. We better take a break.
Hold on, she's got to take us to break. I know you're out of coffee. You're always out of coffee.
I'm out of coffee. Take us to break. Say, we'll be right back after this. Talk to that camera.
Okay. We'll be right back after he gets done finishing his get coffee. Okay? Because he needs coffee, you know?
We'll
Bye.
be back.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Nemus Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza. 7:19 on this election day, and we want to welcome Mickey Pendergrass, Baxter County Judge, and hallelujah, the ads will end tonight at 7:30.
There's no runoffs planned, is there? Yes. There's been especially the Missouri Senate races in this part of the country has been the butt of many jokes on social media and elsewhere because people are tired of seeing them.
Well, I'll grant you one thing. I wouldn't vote for Claire McCaskill. I don't care what she's running for.
Well, there's a lot of money being spent in that, and some of them that dark money, a lot of that coming in there, and that's both sides. It's unattached PAC money of some sort, but yeah, it's a big one.
A lot of times those candidates can't control somebody else's opinion, and when a PAC, a political action committee, spends money like that, let's say that they support Josh, and he may not know. They can make, you come into a radio TV station, I want to buy these ads for this candidate.
That's kind of what lost in that, though. You see TV much. We have in town. There's a local 2 county city council seats being competitive, and 3-way mayor's race, and then the statewide races we kind of lose. That we've got election going on in Arkansas too, and the turnout we had, I think she said yesterday at our officials meeting, around 8,200 vote, I believe, was the number she's used as of yesterday midday, and plus, then that's usually about a third of the total turnout for the county, and that's a pretty high number for a non-presidential year.
So, how do you feel? What's your gut instinct right now? Are we still at the point where we're tired of what we had for 8 years prior to Donald Trump being in the office? And I'm focusing on the national, because everything shirt tails all the way down to the county and the local level. I was sick and tired of the 8 years we had. I was tired of hearing about Obamacare. I was tired of hearing about the mandate and the tax penalty if you didn't have insurance, which I thought was ridiculous. And everybody says, well, you got to have mandatory insurance on your car. Well, yeah, but you got 2 options. It's public liability to protect the other guy, does nothing for you, or you can write a check minimum for $15,000 to pay for everything, if not more. You got those options. So, but you look at it right now, we have more jobs than workers. We've got a tax break. Trade with Canada and Mexico is now good. The reports coming in on the radio this morning was China is wanting to sit down and talk now with the Trump administration. So all of this filters down, all the way down to your chair at the county courthouse.
Well, in the circles that I travel in, a lot in social media and a lot of communication with the people that I communicate with, you have 2 basic crowds. One that absolutely loves the president, and the other one that absolutely is a never president. And I'm somewhere there in the middle. He never was my first pick, but what I do and I guess it comes from my job, because I kind of have to look at things that way. There's too much going on that are positive, and has in the last year and a half. In my lifetime, it's moving faster than it ever has. So something's happening. Yeah. If he's responsible, we'll give him credit. But something is causing it, and I would say to those people on both sides, I could not be him. I couldn't act like him. I couldn't talk like him. I couldn't do the things. I never have done the things in life that he's done or that he's been accused of. But something is working. I watched since it was the last one, and I'm not big into watching much anything else on TV. I watched his rally in Cape Girardeau, Missouri last night, and Rush Limbaugh was the introductory guest, and Rush was in his normal rare form, and he had others that spoke. But he does some things in those. It's like Rush said in the introduction. There's no one other person on earth that could have put together that crowd that he has put together in the last 2 weeks, or during his campaigns. It's almost rabid by the people turn out for him, and they drive. When he was in Springfield earlier, 3 weeks or so ago, people from all down in here went up there to be there and got to stand in line outside. Never could even get in the building. So something is happening, but we see a lot of positive results. Like in the county, our sales tax revenue is up this year. So somebody's spending money, and they've got to have money to spend money, and it's coming here. So it's helping us do things that we otherwise wouldn't be able to do. But there's some things moving and shaking that we're going to give credit to somebody, and if it's the man in the middle who sits in the White House, then he needs to get credit for it. And he, to his credit, he's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going, and he made 3 campaign stops yesterday. I don't know how you do that. That's pretty tough. But yeah, there's a lot of good things going on in the country. We're respected again, and things that you can see that he's saying that is true. It's the most vibrant economy on earth right now. It's the hottest job market on earth right now. Is in the United States of America, and that bleeds over to us. If you're a large employer, and we're one of the largest in Baxter County at the county itself, but Baxter Regional, the largest employer, or Baxter, the Travenol out here, the laboratory, manufacturers, try to find help to fill those positions. It's getting harder and harder because our unemployment's so low, and there's not that many people out there that need a job that want to work. And so that's an indicator that the economy is good. It's not good for employers. We've got boat manufacturers in the area, whether it be the Legend plant that's building Triton now, or it be the Basscat plant that's been there since the 70s, or Ranger over in Flippin that's been there since the 70s.
In Texas,
they can't keep the help.
Yeah.
They can't keep fully employed. And there's others like that in this. Vex is the new startup. They have the same problem. But there's a lot of good things happening. So we need to give credit to whoever it's due.
I had somebody ask me about the election. Says, how do you feel about the minimum wage increase? I said, and I'll just tell you, I'm against it. The problem is, in my opinion, that goes against the base wholesale price of a product in that business. If I had a business and I had to pay, let's say, $11 an hour as compared to $8 an hour, $8.25 or $8, whatever it is right now, that's more cost on the front end, which means I'm going to have to raise another price somewhere to offset that extra money.
Mm-hmm.
If a business can afford to pay $11 an hour, let them do it on their own merit. So in other words, if business is good and it continues to be good and the employee's doing good, reward that employee. Okay, I'm going to bump you from $8 to $11 an hour because you're doing a good job. That instills a good feeling in that employee. They want to do better. They want to excel. They want to let that business grow. But when it's mandatory and you bring somebody in at a higher wage that you have to train, you're losing money. So why not, overall, let's look at our price tag. Go to Chevrolet, Dodge, or Ford and look at a new pickup truck. What's the average price? $50,000?
Yeah.
$50,000?
Yeah, I'll try to make that payment on $11 an hour. It's not going to happen.
And look at gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
If we could get fuel, number one, get fuel prices down. Yeah, we're what, $2.49 right now. If it were to drop another $1 a gallon, you'd have a stronger economy. But you have to be able to maintain that. But at the same time, when you've got Dodge and Ford and General Motors at a union scale price tag, with most of the country being non-union wages, it's hard to buy a brand new pickup truck or a car or whatever it may be.
You're talking about the minimum wage issue, and that's one of the ballot initiatives on our ballot right now that's going to be counted. And all the polls indicate it's going to pass overwhelmingly, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be bad for Arkansas.
Yeah.
Just to be very blunt about it. We've got a group of people out there, and almost the socialist mentality, that think that you can legislate and minimum wage yourself out of poverty. And what it's going to do is create more poverty. It's going to create more poverty, because it's going to cut entry-level jobs. You cannot legislate, and minimum wage is not how you get out of poverty.
No.
It never was and never will be. If this does pass, it takes effect beginning January 1. It's a fast-paced moving thing, and it moves to $11 in 2 years. This is the second time as county judge, and I've been here, this is my 6th year that I have to go through this. We went through it just a few years ago, and it was a stair-step thing, and it moved it to $8.50 when the national minimum wage is still $7.25, and the county had a couple of positions that starting wage was less than $8.50. And we got on a 3-year program, because we had 3 years to do it, to get our minimum wage above the $8.50. Well, we made that the first of the year, and now you're going to hit us with another one. And the people are going to pass this trying to legislate, and it creates a burden. We don't have that many positions that's paid that low, but we're just one of many employers that are in that situation. And then you cannot legislate by minimum wage out of poverty. It's a bad bill, and I shudder to think that it's going to pass, but all the indicators is it because they have convinced the people this is the way you're going to make more money. Do you make more money by learning how to do a job? and by promoting yourself and doing as I've done for the last 45 years and work yourself through the system and find a way to pay and make more money. I've owned up to small business owners, and I got there because I learned the talents and learned the skills to operate such a business. And I think that's the skills that gave me to do my current job. And we currently own a small business. My wife does a tremendous job running it. But we learned that because of life and because of the training we took and getting involved and digging in and working hard. You cannot do that by saying, well, you give me a job here and our minimum wage, we'll pay you $15 an hour, and you don't know how to wash a dish. I mean, the encouragement, the best way to solve buying the new truck is a capitalist society and competition. Because if you have a skill, as there are a lot of those skills out there right now, ASU is doing a great job training a lot of these people, that is wanted by an industry, you can compete for a job and make more money than minimum wage will ever pay you. If you're satisfied with minimum wage, then God help you, because that's not satisfactory. You've got to want to do better, and you've got to teach yourself how to do better, and that's how you get to afford things. You can't legislate that. No. It's all in a mindset, and it's people that want to do good. We have great employees in the county, as the other employees will tell you. They have great employees. It's because they love their job. They love to show up every day, and they like what they're doing, and they appreciate having a job and wanting to do it. And those kind of employees are all over, and those are the people who are successful.
Now, I have heard, and I may be wrong, but folks that are union scale, even in a right-to-work state, look at the minimum wage, and they have a certain percentage base above minimum wage for the union. If we go from 8.50, 8.50 to 11, then that percentage difference, that percentage gain will also be reflected in the union wage as well, so that base will go up too.
Yes, and it has to, and we're a right-to-work state, so it don't affect us as much as it does across state line in Missouri, which is a union state, and that right-to-work they had on the ballot in the primary failed, didn't it? Did it pass?
It passed,
Did it pass? I don't know, but anyway,
they were back to union instead of right-to-work.
Yeah, they did away with it, so. Which I think was bad for them, but anyway, that's their choice. They get to vote, and that's why you vote.
Controlling that.
But yeah, there's a lot of things, but what it does is cost jobs. You go into the fast food joint on the east side of town, and they have this little island you walk in, and you can do all your ordering right there. How much do you think that machine making an hour? And that's what you're going to find in all these fast food places. The technology is there, and as they keep driving their wages up, and they can afford to hire a high school student to work for them after hours, or college students part-time when they can no longer afford that because your hamburger's going to cost you $10 like they do in California. Understand, or Washington State, Seattle, where the minimum wage is $15. You understand there's not going to be a job there anymore. There's going to be an island. You order off that, and it's going to be served up to you by somebody that doesn't know.
Live and learn.
Doesn't know a cheeseburger from a tater tot, so it just does whatever the machine puts out there. But that's what's coming, and the technology is here. And it's
already at McDonald's. You're going there.
We see it on all industries. You see that technology coming.
All right,
well,
time
a lot
for a
of
break.
people don't realize is the voters are going to end up paying for this. I mean, that's just how it works.
And they don't.
Especially your small businesses, they're going to have to raise their prices to cover that difference. So that means you are paying for this.
I know a company that said if it went to $15 an hour, their wholesale price index overall go up 30%.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, 30%. Yeah. Need to take a break. 7:34. More with the county judge right after this. With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home. When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms. carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The uniform shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Backo Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Backo Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Life is
736, more with County Judge Mickey Pendergrass. What do you need to talk about now?
Okay, there is another initiative or a couple. One's a constitutional amendment that's on your ballot. One, number 2, is a required photo ID to vote. There is controversy by people. I don't understand the controversy. You get required to show ID for all kinds of things that you have to show ID for, where it's cash a check or get on an airplane. Why wouldn't the most precious thing we have? So I would recommend you vote yes on the voter ID, and that's the only initiative on there that I support.
I've been using the same
on the
bank.
ones that are still on the ballot. That's going to be counted.
I've used the same bank since 1972. And I go by to cash a check. I put my ID down and put the check in there. Okay, thank you. You know.
Uh-huh.
You know, I go in, you know, just what's the big deal? What's the big deal?
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
What was the question?
I don't understand why you'd even be arguing about it. You show your ID so you can show who you are. I'm blah, blah, blah. Here's my ID. Let me vote.
And I'm alive, breathing, and ready to vote.
Yeah. I don't see.
To me, that's a no-brainer. Why they're supposed to suppress a vote? Well, I don't know how, because how many times I've seen people my age be carded and ask for ID to buy tobacco or alcohol?
Yeah.
Do I look 21 to you? You know that. But they're in big trouble if they don't do that. But just a simple menial things we have to show ID. It's ridiculous. But anyway, that's if you're in District 8, JP District 8, there is a competitive race there with 2 people running. Edna Fusco, the incumbent, is running. Shane Tilley is challenging her for that. That's West Mountain Home, Buford, Tracy, goes from Tracy Far District to Gassville, takes in the outskirts of Gassville, comes all the way back to Mountain Home. So if you're in that district, you do have a competitive JP race. That's pretty much it in the county. The rest of us, you won't even find us on the ballot because they passed a law a few years ago that they didn't have to print us no more. We cost too much money, I guess, to get our names on there. But there's no school board races, which this would have been the first year that you would have had school board on there. That I recall, there's no school board races on there in neither one of the districts.
There's a 3-way mayor's race in City Mountain Home.
3 people vying for the mayors. Mayor Dillard is retiring and finished his service. That's a lot of your service. He served as county judge for 10 years, I believe. and then worked for the state of Arkansas, and then came back, and this is his second stint as mayor.
Worked for Congressman Marion Berry.
Yeah, he did. In between that, he was the liaison for Congressman Berry in the courthouse. A lot of those things that he has done, but you got Hillary Adams,
Nancy Osmond, and Dave
Nancy Osmond and Dave. I just went blank as I know three of them.
You've got a lot more candidates in your head than I do.
But yeah, all three of those are on the ballot, and then there's 2 competitive city council races too. And I think, if am I mistaken, everybody in the city votes for all the positions, even though you have to run for certain zones or positions. But everybody gets to vote on that. So get out and support your favorite candidate, and give me a good person in the mayor's office to work with. I appreciate that. We work closely with the city of Mountain Home since they're our largest city and have a lot of things in common. So it's important to us, even though we don't have a vote.
You can vote at any one of the locations.
Yes.
You no longer have to go to your polling booth.
Today there are 11 voting centers
across the county.
I live south of town, about 8 miles, and my voting center is Eastside Baptist Church here in town. But you can go to any one of them, as you correctly stated, and they have to have the internet at the polling centers just for voter ID and registration. So that if you go to Eastside Baptist and vote, then you go over to one of the other, where it's the courthouse, which is open today, by the way. That's never happened before. Northeast Lakeside, Henderson, Gassville, Cotter area. Our training center out in Midway is taking in Lakeview, and the Promised Land area and Midway area folks is voting at our training center. They're just across the road from Legend Boats. You could go to any one of those if you're in that area, and they can pull you up and mark your ID and mark you voted, so that if you come by and try to vote again, God forbid, then that you're registered and you won't get in. They say, "Oh, you've already voted out at Midway." Yes, yeah, I did. Okay, that's what we have. The votes will be counted just like they always have. The cartridges and the voting paper rolls on these voting machines will be brought to the courthouse tonight after polls close 7:30, and be counted there. So we'll have a late night, 9 or 9:30. Well, by the time everybody gets in from Big Flat, there is a voting location in Big Flat, so they have to get in from there. And count all the ballots, and we'll know who the winners are, and we'll listen across the state and see how all the executive offices. And there is a race, by the way, for one of our state senators. There is Senator Scott Flippo has a Libertarian candidate. Just left me. I can't remember his name right now, but there is a race on that ballot that all of us get to vote for. But yeah, you can vote at any one of the centers.
But then statewide also, the governor's up for re-election. Of course, we've got Asa Hutchinson, the Republican. You've got Jared Henderson, the Democrat. Mark West, the Libertarian. And who have I left out there? Was there one more? Was there a 3-way race on that? I think Frank Gilbert, the Libertarian, is looking for lieutenant governor there.
Yeah.
And then Mike Lee,
our Attorney General. He's running against Leslie Rutledge.
Yeah, Leslie's done a fine job. The first.
Everybody has an opponent. Then the real race is in the open seat for Secretary of State between Land Commissioner John Thurston and Susan Inman, who is on the Democrat challenger for that. So that's an open seat. Secretary of State Mark Martin is term limited. He's going away, and John Thurston is also terminated in the Commissioner of State Lands, so he's vying for the Secretary of State's position.
So we got John Thurston going from Land Commissioner looking for the Secretary of State. John's going to do a fine job there.
Great man.
I supported John Thurston for that, and then Tommy Land for Land Commissioner.
And that's a very competitive race. But Tommy Land, he's been all over the state of Arkansas. I follow Tommy, and he's from Heber Springs, and he has done. He bought a little old car. I passed him on the interstate one time in his little old car going from like Conway area to Little Rock to a function. We were ended up at the same function. He had bought that little old car. Representative Payton had a car dealership. By the time he bought it from him, he furnished it to him so he'd get a good gas mileage, and he put about 40,000 miles on that thing last time.
When you're running a 75 county race, let me tell you, you can rack up some miles. Wow.
But he has done a lot of run
But
around.
Tommy Land, Tommy Land for land commissioner. Tommy is all about Arkansas. He's all about the Arkansas people. And you look at Tommy and John Thurston, all these great candidates. They're out to serve. That's all. It's just they're ready to serve.
Well, he's going to, if he's successful in getting to the Commissioner of State Lands, he's going to inherit really a good office because Commissioner John Thurston did a great job organizing, downsizing, and upgrading that office. If you got tax deficient lands now, you can go online and look at their website and see the properties and see what they so forth, the whole list. And before, that was all kind of kept in-house, and there was just a select few buyers that got to invest in these cheap properties and then make money. He has taken all that away and opened it up to everybody. He's done a great job in there. And if you've never been to the state capitol, do a favor if you ever get to go to the state capitol, or if you make a point of going down there and parking, whether in session or not. The Commissioner of State Lands office is downstairs. The governor's office and some others are on the second floor, and then of course you got the Senate and the House and the old Supreme Court building. But on the first floor is the Commissioner of State Lands office, and they have a museum in there. They keep the original records of the Louisiana Purchase and in Arkansas and the maps, and it is. And they have different displays through different quarters of the year. It's a nice little stop to go visit and see what they have set up in there. See some of your heritage.
You said a magic word, Supreme Court. There again is another competitive race.
Yeah, there is.
And my choice there is David Sterling, has been for a long time. I'm not going into the reasons why, but David Sterling, right now David Sterling's in a governor-appointed job where he has 75 attorneys working under him through DHS.
Yes, it's the largest legal staff of the state of Arkansas in one office.
When you have 75 different legal opinions that you have to sit down to the table and negotiate almost every day, you know your stuff. So David Sterling, when he gets, go to the Supreme Court, he's going to have that litigation. He's going to have that, what's the word I'm looking for? Negotiation skills, and I believe that David Sterling is going to best represent us on that Supreme Court.
Yeah, you have a lot of research and a lot of checking case law and state code and constitution at this office, and like for him to get there and we could get this lawsuit appealed on the $18 fee and make the Supreme Court make a decision on it. We'd love to have that happen and have him there to help make that decision. So to get a legal opinion on that. But yeah, that is a competitive race that's on your ballot. So, and that's an important one. Supreme Court in this part of the state of Arkansas has always been kind of not played up and not noted, but it is highly important because they deal with the constitutional questions in the state of Arkansas.
If you're uninformed, it's just like, I guess I'll vote here and hit the button.
In fact, there's a couple of issues that you're going to see on your ballot that they throwed off. They're not going to count the votes because the Supreme Court said that they didn't meet muster. So,
anyway, time for a break. 7:48. Scooter,
be right back.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
Come on down to In the Company of Dogs, where your dog will be treated like family. We offer professional service with over 30 years experience for all your grooming and obedience needs. Away from home during the day and your dog is left home alone? No problem. We also offer doggy daycare. You can be assured that your dog will be comfortable at all times, and we never use any harsh corrections. We're located in the College Shopping Plaza in Mountain Home, next to the Dollar General, or give us a call at 870-232-1784. It's a great day in the company of dogs.
take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Coming up on 7:51, visiting with our County Judge, Mickey Pendergrass.
I have a bunch of them at my house.
Do you have quorum court tonight, even though it's election?
No, we postponed it a week. We're going to have quorum court next Tuesday night. We're in the middle. The county is working hard. We have a wonderful staff now that's working hard, doing a total makeover of personnel policies and getting them upgraded. And we'll have probably be on the December agenda. And of course, we're in the middle of the 2019 budget. This through November, we have to work on that and get everything, and waiting on revenue forecast. We kind of got the budget pared down to where if we have the revenue to back it up, that we're going to be able to go with what we have. But we're in the middle of working on that. But the changeover on personnel policies. This is to be the biggest change since we did when I was on the quorum court in 2007, and we worked hard on that. But we. Through our initiative in my office, we now have a human resources department that does a lot of work on research and is very experienced on that. That's helped us tremendous and has been a real gold mine for the county, and actually a lot of cost savings, pays for itself. Works with all the departments. So we got that going on at the county. The November meeting is always of historical significance in Arkansas. Prior to 1980 or 1978, and prior to Amendment 55, which established county government organization is right now, that November was always the month that the quorum court came together. There was justice of peace. There was at least one in every township. If you had over 200 people in the township, there was at least another one, and there's a lot of rules. So Baxter County had in the neighborhood of 43 JPs in the 70s, and they would always meet once a year at the courthouse in November. Guess what they had to meet for? Something we're still required to do every November at quorum court, and that is set the millage rate for every taxing entity in the county. Whether it's the schools, the cities, the county, ASU, the library, all those millage rates. So we send out letters from my office. Do you want to raise your millage? Do you want to lower your millage? Do you want to keep it the same? You have to let us know. And then we put together the ordinance to present to the quorum court, and they vote on it, and it's a long list, and it has to be done every November so that you know that the quorum court could, on the county's millage, could raise it without a vote of the people. It's their discretion. And there's a lot of room there, by the way, too, that they could do that. But that's what we do every November. So that'll be on the agenda next Tuesday. We've postponed our meeting to the 13th. And I guess before we get together, we'll have another big holiday. You know, eat lots of turkey and
yep, it's coming up.
Dressing and see lots of family on Thanksgiving.
I'm ready.
I have a lot of birthdays in November, but the business at the county is moving along, and we're still making progress. We look at, when we go through these budget and personnel things, we look at a lot of different issues. And one other thing I might mention: you're not seeing any activity much at the jail. We have most of the money has come in. We've got one more come in. We got most of our money, but we've hit some snags on the underground utility issues to get the construction started. So we've been on a standstill. And Friday and yesterday, I was able to get some change orders done, the redesigns to make it work with what the utilities are there, to make it work with what we're trying to do. And hopefully within 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be going in earnest.
Good.
And because we finally got things approved, and the change orders are out now, and we've been signing and looking and approving those. So we'll see some work on there, and we certainly need this space right now. If you've been watching the jail roster, we've been running 120, 130 average every day.
Yep.
And that's way over capacity. So, but look for that to start by the end of November. We should be going in earnest. It's gonna be too much behind schedule now because of the snags that we hit, and that happens when you're doing a remodel and attaching to a existing infrastructure. And but we're about to get work through. So, 120 this morning.
120 this morning. Yeah.
I think it was 127 yesterday morning. Maybe the state made a trip in and transferred a few out. The interesting thing, you can scroll down through there and you'll see some of them waiting on bed space or waiting to be transported to the Department of Corrections. That means they've already been sentenced and should be in the state pen, and they're still in our jail. And that's usually running around 30 to 35%. And they pay us $30 a day to keep their inmate after they've been here 30 days, and it costs us $50. So you figure that math out.
Yeah.
But at least they upped it to 30, and we're pushing for more. Also, it's a time of the year to when there's a lot of legislative activities going on in committee, and I know in the County Judge Association we work together and putting together an agenda for things we would like to see done in the state legislature meets next spring. But all the background work that happens when legislature goes in session in January and February, it's going on right now. So the work is being done to formulate those bills to be presented through the committee's hearing, and I've been involved in some of those things.
I got one dumb question that's way out in left field, and we only got about 3.5 minutes. Highway 5 South at Hicks Creek.
I played
and
a lot of left field when I was growing up.
There you go. We know it well then.
I don't know anything about state highways.
They took all the pavement off the bridge and left the potholes, and then restriped it. Huh?
They ground some of it, I know. Yeah, I cross it about every day.
Why don't they fix it?
I don't know.
My McPherson struts love it.
Yeah. Now, there's some places like that. I don't know what their plan is. I haven't talked to them, and I think that they have new management at the maintenance headquarters here, so I think the previous guy has retired now. That's at least what I understand. I hadn't been out there to check.
Well, it's rough as a cop. You been down right there at that bridge?
A lot of truck traffic.
Yeah, I
on
know
that
what
road.
you're talking about.
They just take the pavement off and then walk and left it.
Well, it's patchy too, and that's what happens when you have patch like that. When you grind it, it comes up in patches.
You'd think if you grind it off, let it dry, then come back and repave it and fix it. Don't leave the potholes. I mean, good grief.
The city has been doing a lot of grinding and repaving, and they've done a lot of work
just did
this
the
year.
road in front of here.
And we did the co-op road on Buzzard Roost cutoff, and we've got it done now. They did most of the work. We furnished a lot of materials and half the cost of the stuff that we didn't trade out, and that was a cooperative work between the two, and they did a great job.
Yep.
It's open, and some people thought before we got stripes it was a parking lot. You know, they parked on the street now or the sidewalk. We've got the stripes on there now. It's a racetrack, and anyway, it's a great street. Very sorely needed.
You got a drag strip out there then.
We had a lot of drainage issues in that area, and we had a lot of high traffic and narrow roads, and that I think people appreciate the hard work the county and the city did on that job.
Yeah, it's good. Really nice.
And
Final
we looked forward to more of that. Yep. Go vote.
Go vote.
Even though I'm not on the ballot, you can still go vote.
How long did it take you to vote?
It took my wife and I voted last Thursday at the courthouse, and it probably takes me once I get to the voting machine about 2 minutes.
Yeah, so you get out and vote.
They've got it down.
And I found at the time we would go, and there wasn't any line, so the whole experience didn't take 15 minutes. Of course, I worked there, but she had to come in, and we'll go through that, and both of us together. But we just kept an eye on after her lunch, and but yeah, exercise. It's worth the wait. Find out where your voting centers are. They're all posted at the courthouse. You can still vote at the courthouse today. That's the first time that's ever happened. As far as early voting has been there, but it's never been there on election day. So we're doing that. And those out in the Henderson area, there's a little obstacle out there at that voting center, so be careful.
All right.
Have a great day. Appreciate you
Exercise
watching.
your right to vote. No more political ads after tonight's news.
We hope.
Gotta run. See y'all tomorrow. Have a great day.
I'm sure they'll have a lot of thank you notes going.